Hi everyone, how you doing tonight? Welcome to Spring Lunch, and I am going to do a recipe. I wish we could all be together to do recipes, but unfortunately I'm by myself here in Florida, and I hope you're having fun wherever you're at and checking into our spring launch. So I'm hoping that you're gonna find this table presentation fun and informative. So, Pampered Chef has just spent a ton of money on table, providing us a platform that's not social media. I think people are really getting tired of Facebook. Lots of ads, and they're just getting frustrated with it. And so moving to table is something that we really need to look at and do and learn how to make it work for us. So we're going to digress for that for a little bit right now, but I'm so excited about our new products. We have not had such a great, our new products are always terrific, but this is a really strong spring launch new product. And you can see right here what it is. And so this is our new stand mixer. And I have to tell you, you can see behind me, I have a KitchenAid. I actually just bought that we just bought that for my kitchen for Christmas, and it's white trash green, which is my favorite color. And I have a white one in Michigan that I've had for 40 years. I am a huge KitchenAid stand fan, but I'm pretty excited about the capability of our Pampered Chef stand mixer too. So we're gonna use it, and I'm gonna get to know it just like you. The great thing about our stand mixer is, like our other electrics, it has a lot of settings that makes it really easy for people who maybe haven't been cooking for 60 years like I have. I think I started cooking when I was 8, and now I'm 68. So and I still have a lot to learn, but I do have a lot of tricks, and in fact I'm going to use a couple of them today. So I am going to make a new recipe that you're going to find called chocolate cake mix cookies, okay, with a peanut butter frosting. Now I have to tell you, I don't have confectioner's sugar. I really try not to use a lot of sugar. And thank you to Christy, who said, Karen, put your sugar in the blender to make confectioner's sugar. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about that. So Christy, thank you so much for that tip. And also the recipe called for chocolate cake mix. I thought I had a chocolate cake mix. Turns out it's white. So how does white chocolate cake mix become chocolate? Cocoa. So we're gonna play with that. Also, I have leftover dark chocolate from Christmas, and that's what I'm gonna use in my cookies instead of semi-sweet morsels. And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pour them. Notice I'm using all of our prep bowls are handy for having things ready. And I'm just gonna take my Santoku knife, and I'm just gonna kind of coarsely chop these discs so they're a little bit smaller, kind of like semi-sweet chocolate chips. So, just gonna play with this a little bit. I am using our polyethylene cutting board. Our cutting boards are made of polyethylene. Why that's important is they don't harbor bacteria. They're guaranteed by the National Safety Foundation to not harbor any bacteria. So that's really important. Another thing that's really important about our cutting boards is that it has this silicone edge. So when you're using them on your cutting board, they're not gonna slide all around on your counter, which is really important when you have a sharp knife in your hand. You don't want a movable target. So that's what makes our cutting board so wonderful. This is the size that comes in kits, and of course we have 3 different sizes, which is really terrific. So I have this. I'm going to just chop a couple more chops here, and I have my my chocolate ready. Now, what I want you to know is you're going to get some questions for people that maybe do have KitchenAids, or maybe their mom had a KitchenAid. The bowls are not interchangeable. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna make my frosting in the blender. And because I don't have an extra bowl, and this is gonna be all dirty from making cookies. So the bowls are not interchangeable, which was something I learned today. What's great about the bowl is that it locks into place. So that is really a really nice benefit of using a stand mixer. Isn't it beautiful? It has a custom setting, a whip setting, a cream setting, a mix setting, a beet setting, and a knead setting. I have a really great recipe that people have been doing, kneading dough and making 2 loaves of bread in an hour using our mixer. So we're going to share that with you. A lot of great things to learn, and you guys are going to come up with so many great ideas, which is very exciting. And I'm sorry, I have a froggy throat all of a sudden. Okay, so I'm going to get a new product. Now this is called, I think, a cut and clip. Bear with me. They're new products. I'm not sure of all the names of them too. But remember, I always teach you how not to do a demo. I will always do that. Always let you be human. Okay, so this is a clip, and it has a little blade on it. And you can always, these are like for chips and that kind of stuff. But what you can do is take this and then look at that. This is pretty cool, you guys. And I'm going to take my cake mix and put it into my bowl. Oopsie, I got some on the floor. All right, so now I'm going to add a half, and I'm guessing here, I'm adding a half of a cup of cocoa. And so, you're supposed to add all of the ingredients. Of course, I forgot to get the oil. And I need, let's see, I think a half a cup of oil here. Half a cup of oil. So let's grab my 1 cup measuring cup, and I'm going to measure in a half of a cup of oil and add this to my bowl. And I need 2 eggs. Remembering when you're cracking your eggs, you don't want to use an edge, all right? If you use an edge, you're going to make more cracked eggshell with an easier chance of getting eggshell into your recipe. And you don't want that to happen, so crack it on a counter, or you can crack them on each other, which is great too. So that was a great tip for eggs. All right, so now I have my cake mix, my cocoa, my oil, my cake mix, and I'm going to just put this in here like this. And it says to mix on the mix setting. So I'm gonna put then what happens is I'm gonna put this, there's a little lever back here that releases the head of my mixer, and it will also lever up, move it. So you want to make sure that you use that lever to move your top up and down. I'm going to set this to mix. I already had it on mix. Oopsie, hold on a second. I want it to be, hold on. I want it to go, I want to cancel. And I want to go mix, and I want it to be 45 seconds, and it went to 40. So I'm going to set it to 45 seconds. And now it will just go for 45 seconds, which is awesome. So I can walk away and not have to worry about this batter. I'm using the scraping blade. I started to tell you about that, and I didn't finish. So, and it starts out slow and then goes a little bit faster, which is really nice too. So it's doing a great job here of mixing up my batter. Now what we're going to do, while I'm getting that ready, I'll get my stone ready. I have the oven preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to use my rectangle flat stone. Now this is a pretty new stone. There is a bit of fat in the cookie, so I'm not going to worry about if it's new. If you're using a new stone, you want to cook something high in fat on it the first few times you use it. That starts the seasoning process. If I was doing, like crescent rolls are high in fat, I hate to tell you if you didn't know that, but there is fat in these cookies, so I'm not going to worry about them sticking to my pan. But just be aware that if you do have a new stone, don't be afraid to, put a little bit of olive oil on it or a little bit of vegetable oil. Okay, so I'm just taking my dough off of my blade, and it just twists off, which is really nice, and that's the scraper, which is nice. My KitchenAid does not have that. All right, so that's a really nice benefit. Here's our dough all mixed up. Isn't that awesome? Now I'm going to use our new scoop. This is a 1/4 cup scoop. So this is in addition to the 3 sizes we already have. It's a larger, large. And this is said to make, this is gonna make 4 to 5 big cookies. So we're gonna see what we come up with here. Boy, these smell good. And, you know, again, if the bakery can make cookies that are all the same size, why can't I? And that's what I love about using cookie scoops to portion out our dough. This is a nice thick dough. Boy, does it smell good. I'm actually going to get a couple more cookies here than this. I'm getting 6. And I know that these are going to spread a bit. I'm afraid. I'm going to get the toaster oven. Actually, I'm getting out another stone that isn't not one we carry anymore. It's handy. I'm not sure I could fit all of this onto the toaster oven pan. And here we go. So I got, and again, it might have something to do with not following the directions, and so I'm going to just move this around a little bit, and so I got 9 cookies out of it. Darn it, I'm trying not to eat things like this. So I'm going to put these in my oven at 350, and I will come back to you. The recipe says that these need to cook for 15 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes, please. Why do I say please to her? And then I have 2 Alexas. I got one right here. She never listens. The one in the bedroom just responded, honestly. All right, so, yep, needs to cook 13 to 15 minutes. But I'm gonna rotate them in the middle because I like to do that with my cookies. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. And again, since I don't have confectioner's sugar, I'm going to take 2 cups of sugar. The recipe calls for 2 cups. And again, this might just grind down a little bit. You know, sometimes, you know, when you grind things down a little bit, you're going to get less of a measure, but I don't want to put more sugar in here. I think 2 cups is enough sugar. So what I'm going to do is just put this on grind and just make my own confectioner's sugar. Oh my gosh, look at that. You see that? You guys, it was that fast. And look at that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to live life on the edge here, and I'm going to use my blender. The recipe, of course, uses the mixer, but I don't want to stop and measure and mix my, or wash my bowl. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of milk, and actually I'm using half and half. See how I don't follow directions? And then a half a cup of peanut butter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my tamper handy, just in case I need my tamper. Oopsie. And I'm going to put this on and blend up my icing in my blender. Again, living life on the edge here, you got to take chances. As you can tell, I'm not afraid to make a fool out of myself, even in front of my team. I worry more about making a fool out of myself in front of you than I do my customers. My customers know me. Okay, so here we go. And I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna do a custom. And let's see what happens here. All right, let's see. So I do need my tamper. I got it a little bit thick here. And I'm gonna move it around. You always wanna try to move your tamper in a circular motion if possible. Okay. You guys, it really looks great. So I have frosting in my blender. Oh, let me taste it. Oh my gosh. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like peanut butter cookie dough, which I love. So we have a few more minutes before our cookies come out of the oven, even before I have to rotate them. Let me wash my hands real quick. And of course, all of that is dishwasher safe, right? All right, I'm gonna make you drunk for just a second. Oh, I know, I need to do one more thing. I'm gonna take a few nuts, a few peanuts, and it calls for, half a cup. I know that I can fit about a half a cup. I've had this food chopper so long, and I can put about a half a cup in there, and I probably won't need that much. And then I just chop, chop, chop. Now, I just take it apart like that, and I'll dust that all over my cookies. Easy tip. So you don't have to get it out and mess around with it and all that. And so that is that. We're ready for our cookies. Well, I better get my cooling racks so when the cookies come out of the oven. Our cooling racks are fabulous. And so I'm gonna switch you over. I'm gonna make you drunk for just a second. And I'm gonna switch you around here. And I want you to see my free product. And I love that I can get all of this. Sorry, we're a little tipsy-turvy there. So here's our new product. And I'm gonna just talk about our tart pan. You're gonna see this demonstrated. It is so nice, you guys. And of course, the bottom lifts out. And there are some really great recipes. There's actually some traditional Pampered Chef recipes because we used to have a tart pan before that I love. And I'm still crooked. All right, look at sourdough bread. Now, I gotta tell you, in this little town that I live, it is really hard to get a loaf of good bread. And last month here, I'm doing a demo at my house every month using a different thing. And last month was soup and bread. And I showed how to do our ciabatta bread. And let me know if you have not seen how to do our ciabatta bread, because I need to do that as a demo for you if you haven't. It is so good. And I used to say it's like 35 cents to make a loaf of bread. Well, now it might be $1. Here in my little town, I paid $14 for a loaf of sourdough Italian bread. And it was really good, but it was $14. So I am really excited that we have a sourdough bread mix, and I can't wait to try it. So that's a new product that I think you're gonna love. No starter needed. This is our pit wedge, our pit fruit cutter, and this is gonna be so handy for peaches, apricots, and nectarines, and what else? Plums. And they talked about a new fruit too that I've seen. I can't remember the name of it. So this is going to be really handy for that. You line it up with the line in the fruit. You know how the peach maybe has a little bit of a line, and so that's how the seed goes. And so you line it up like that, and it'll be really nice and easy. A new cake pan, which is really nice, has a lid on it too, which is great. An 8x8 cake pan, which I think will be a nice addition to our cake line. The coated steak knife set, really nice, very reasonably priced. We will still have our forged cutlery steak knives, which I actually love. I'm a forged cutlery girl. So I think that the color-coded knives are great for people who maybe aren't a real serious cook or just want a decent knife in their kitchen. They're wonderful for that, or they don't want to spend the money. But of course, the great thing about our forged cutlery is that anyone can get it for half price or for free. So I am a forged cutlery snob. These are our forged cutlery. I haven't opened them up, and you know why? These are going to be the prize. And so for everyone who completes their bingo card by February 19th, I had originally said the 11th, but I realized that some of the dates of the assignments are past the 11th. So I extended that to the 19th. So complete your bingo card, and you're going to go in the raffle for a set of color-coded knives. And that includes the bread knife, the chef's knife, the Santoku knife. Alexa, stop. This is in French. I can't read that. I think this is a utility knife, the tomato knife, and the paring knife. So anyway, there's 6 knives here. Alexa, stop. All right, let me just talk about this for a second. We have a new, you guys, these are so handy. You know, if you need a gift for someone, you know, buy these at a discount. I always buy my host gifts on a host order I've got going in that I can nab, because you get commission on it and you get her discount or his discount. But anyway, these make great gifts. These are so handy for cleaning, of course, one comes with the Rapid Prep mandolin, so handy for that. We have the black truffle and herb mix. There's a recipe in the Season's Best Recipe collection for hamburgers to go with that. Green Goddess, there's a recipe for a pasta salad I've heard is really, really good. This is so cute. Okay, you guys, so you know how we have the quick slice? This is a quicker slice. It's called the 1 cup something. But what happens is you like put things on your cutting board like mushrooms or strawberries and just go click, 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 click right on top. So it's really, really handy for just cutting up things really fast, and it's great for kids too. We have a utensil cleaner. I'm really looking forward to using this on the blender. To me, sometimes I need to get around that blender really good at the top after it self-cleans. And this is also, of course, great for knives. So this is really, really handy. Has a nice grip to it and really great for cleaning your utensils. And then we have our spatula tongs. Look at these in our addition to our tong line. Really terrific. It has grips. So you can kind of see it here, the grips on the one side. So you can grab your burgers. Isn't that awesome? Really excited about that. Okay, so let me run over here to my cookies. I'm gonna turn you around again. Let me see. Let me see here. I'm gonna put you up just a little bit. And of course I'm going to use my grips here. Oh, these cookies. Okay. 8 more minutes. Now they showed, Alexa, set the timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
She worked. Now. She worked. She probably knew she was going to get grounded if she didn't work this time. So 8 more minutes and our cookies will be out, and then they're supposed to cool for 5 minutes, and then we're supposed to frost them. Well, we might frost them a little hot, you know, just for, you know, TV time. Anyway, listen, I'm really looking forward to working with you all this year. We have some real big goals to get, and we need to build our team. I would really love to see us double our team this year. Looking for your help and your support. You're going to get some really wonderful training from Pampered Chef. You're going to learn about a new onboarding system, which is great. So there's a lot of resources out there. I'm here to help you. Our whole team is there to help you. And, whatever you want from your business, we want to help you get there. And, more income usually helps us reach whatever goal that is. It might not be the income, but it could be, vacation, or it could be braces for the kids, or private school for the kids. It takes a little bit of money. So that's why we do Pampered Chef. And so I'd love to help you reach whatever goal you have for your business, because you can do it. Whether you want to make $50 a month, $500 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, you've got people that you know on this team that are achieving all of that. So I really hope that you will, dig in and help, and go for the gusto that you want. Now, that's, because it's up to me in 2023, right? I want to mention too, while we're waiting for the cookies to cook, tomorrow night I have a really special guest coming. Her name is Amanda Irwin, and she is deaf, and she has a cochlear implant. In fact, she'll tell her story, but she moved from the United States to Paris, to France, because she could get insurance help for her cochlear implant, which are very expensive and expensive to maintain. But she has a foundation to help raise money for those who need cochlear implants. So it is really a wonderful story. She talks about when she found out she was not born deaf. She knows what it was like to, be able to hear. And then she went deaf, and she talks about that experience and talks about the challenges of that she went through, that her family went through. There is a TEDx, she did do a TEDx talk about it, which is really interesting. But, in our business, we all have, the emotional cycle of success. We all have ups and downs, just like life. I mean, we can't expect more from Pampered Chef than we do from life. And we just, we need that pick me up sometimes, and we need to realize that it's up to us to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and go to work. So she helps us with that, and she helps us to learn about living bold and living what our dreams want us to be. And if it's in your heart, if God puts something on your heart that you want and you want to achieve, and we just want to, you may not know how to get there. You may not know the first steps, but when it comes to your Pampered Chef business, we do. There's somebody here who has been where you are and can help you work around whatever challenge you're having. So I hope that you will always remember that we are here to help you. We are here to support you. We are not your bosses. We are here as your coach, your mentors, and your friends. So please keep that in mind. So look for that, and look for that meeting tomorrow night. That is our TNT. And then, of course, we will do our team time. A week from tomorrow, we're going to be doing our January recognition. And pretty soon, I'm going to be getting my information from Pampered Chef about our year-end stats for 2022, which I don't quite have yet. And then we will celebrate our top achievers and our work for that year. So anyway, I am going to, I'm going to see how my cookies are doing. They're not getting flat. Maybe they get flat as they cool a little bit. But I'm going to take the lid off of my blender for my frosting. I'm going to grab a spatula, and I'm going to grab our small little offset spatula. I love that thing. And I'm going to grab my frosting. You guys, look how good this turned out. I'm so impressed. This could have gone either way, right? But sometimes we have to try new things. So I have my nuts. Let me see. What else can I tell you? I think I posted. Look at my Facebook wall. I put together a graphic with one of my hosts from January. I have another host for January that almost hit $1,000 too. And I came up with a graphic to talk about what they get for free so that I can market their party. I asked Amy, my host, I said, listen, do you mind if I share with everyone how well you did with your party? That it took, I think she had 32 guests, and it took 15 orders to hit $1,000 in sales, and she got $701 worth of product. I think it was $138. And if we share that information with people and say, hey, that you're ranking in the Pampered Chef, schedule your party. So I encourage you to, get people out there. Also, another thing I'm doing, after I finish this and I clean up a little bit, I'm going to make a hummus in the blender, and I'm going to go live on my Facebook wall and share how to make hummus. Every day this week, I am going to be sharing an appetizer or a recipe that's good for Super Bowl Sunday. So, get out there and share tips. It doesn't have to be a full demo. It can be whatever you want it to be. It could be, hey, if you're using garlic in your recipe for the Super Bowl, use our garlic press. You believe how good this is. So every day, just kind of get on. Again, it's the consistency. Social media is all about consistency. So make sure that you're putting yourself out there every day. Take your power hour every day. Work your Pampered Chef business a power hour every day. If you want to work more than that, great. But make sure you do a power hour every day. And it only has to be 5 days a week. It doesn't have to be 7. But, take that 5 minutes. Do a 5-minute demo. Take 5 more minutes to put out social media. And take 10 minutes to make some phone calls to book your calendar. Take 10 minutes to look for new team members. So, anyway, I want you to know too that our Grow Joe Pack Fund will continue this year. So for every new team member we add, your name as the recruiter will go into the Grow Joe Pack Fund. And at the end of the month, if we recruit 100 people, I will give out $500. So I just want you to know that I'm here to support you, and I'm excited about, guys, I budget $500 for that. So we need to recruit 500. 500. Did you just hear it? I said that? 2,500. I'm good for it. You know, we recruit 500 people in 1 month. I'm good for it. So anyway, a couple more minutes and our cookies will be out of the oven. I'm going to grab my little mitts here and little oven mitts. I personally like these better, you know, so, but real handy for that. So I'm going to pull, Alexa, how much time do we have left on the timer? Where, Alexa, how much time do we have left on the timer?
You have less than 10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
8-minute timer.
Alexa, stop. You know, I don't have kids, but I imagine that that's kind of what it's like sometimes. But I am married. All right. Here we go. My cookies are not quite flat. Ooh, I just put my thumb in it. I guess I have to taste it. Oh, you guys, these are good. And you know what? It turned out good with the cocoa. I have to turn off my oven. I'll forget. Now, you know what? These have a little bit of an almond flavor. I have to say, I got the white cake mix from, it's from Walmart. It might have a little bit of an almond flavor in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat down one of these cookies. Just for you, I'm going to push this along, but I'll let the rest of them cool by themselves. I'm going to take some frosting, put on top. Somebody said that these are like the crumble cookies. Now I got a little bit of chocolate in there. Can you imagine? Oops. I patted it and then I spread. All right. So now I'm gonna put my nuts on top, and I want to make sure you see this really good. Look. Don't they look great? God, I wish you were here to eat them with me. I wish you were here to eat them with me because I certainly don't want to eat all of these. And my next door neighbor has diabetes and she won't eat them. So I guess I have to make new friends. Anyway, you guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you've learned a little bit tonight. And I hope you're as excited for the spring selling season. Remember, if you have Pampered Chef groupies or a fan club, they are going to be interested in the new product. If you are new to Pampered Chef and your customers are new to Pampered Chef, new products don't mean it's all new to them. So just remember to consider your audience when you're talking about new products and about any of our products. If you were at our new consultant training last night, you learned a little bit about being yourself and being authentic and considering your customers. And that's what we want to do. That's what separates the men from the boys in our business. You know, and then maybe that's not a really great analogy, but that's what makes, people notice you is when you're paying attention to them and not being spammy, if you will. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to post this and I will see you later in the table group. Bye for now.